Right. Right. So, welcome and thank you really from the bottom of my heart. You guys are here. Really appreciate. So, this is a Women's Wellness Reset workshop that I create to really share a very important subject under the wellness reset because all of us in here, it is like I said, we are wonderful, extraordinary coach. This is part of our kind of job and journey to help human beings really to elevate and reset their wellness so they feel they can go from where they are in pain to striving to excel. So, but one particular thing I'm going to cover in here today, it is how we navigate life transitions with agency and grace, because because for me is a really where I started my journey to discover myself, to be who I am today, and to become a coach and everything. So it's really close to my heart. These recent years and the importance of it, but as well from my mom from her suffering in the big depression transition she went through. So all of you guys know me. I'm a woman just like you guys. Don't need to say anything in here. We are all the same. Um, I just want to say that I love humans, animals, and nature, just to reinforce. Okay, that's me. Um, So I'm a daughter of a trailing spouse. My mom, since she got married on 90 years of age, she followed my father as a shepherd through Portugal, follow him. And just to give it an idea, by the age of 13, I moved 11 times. So new schools, new friends, new neighbors, no neighbors sometimes because we were in the farms. Um, so change is for me, it was thanks to my mom again. She's really is a very important person in my life for many reasons. One of them is like every time we moved, my mom always was very happy, very uplifting. Changes is good because whatever she was, it was not good. And then if she changed for something better in her mind, in her soul, it was good. So she really passed that to me and to my brother. Changes are okay because we go for better. We are going to for a better thing. So it is changes are good. So I really had that in my DNA until today. I really embrace and I adjust quite quickly to a change. Is a change, it's no problem. When I arrive there, we will see what I can do about it. That's my attitude to any change because of my childhood, of course, and the support of my mom. And another thing she did as well, who help who make that change even feeling better and solid for me as part of survival. When we arrived, she always did decorating the house, starting with my room, make sure I was happy and involved from everything. So I really never felt lost. I always felt that is my home. It doesn't matter where it was. That place was my home. I was never lost. And so that was really a blessing and really appreciate that. However, 2001, I became expat partner. In my case, I choose to be, not like my mom. I choose to be. I moved there with two kids, Catherine and Miguel, 3 and 6. I lived in there for 17 years. Many difficult changes and transitions to it. We are not going to talk into them in here today. Um, but I was happy there at the end. I did strive. Then I moved to France in 2019. And that is what really start understanding transitions and what they really mean, really. Because I understood what change was, and I interpreted change is okay. I'm not afraid about changes. Whatever they come from, I embrace them quickly. The transitions, that's a different story because change is external, transitions is internal. We need to deal with it. And so far, it's one of my strengths together with embracing the change. So I could bounce back quite well transitions, always identifying that I'm not alone. That will help me quite a lot. But moving to France, moving to France, just Sadiq is leaving. That's okay. But moving to France, it was very tricky because although I accept to move to France, and I told my husband I could not do my work in France because I didn't speak the language, so I need to have a break. And then we agreed. I was happy, but at the same time, my kids, Katrina's almost finished university. Miguel was in the second year, and I was leaving my kids behind in another country. So he's an empty nester and leave them on another country. I thought it was okay, but that really hit me as well, quite hard. Not knowing the language very well. And then the first 2, 3 months, it was kind of a honeymoon, not working. I was really embracing the holidays for not working for 30 odd years. However, starts really creeping out on me because I always was a very independent woman and then start feel dependent on my husband's income. And that started to really affect me deeply. And it was at the same time, I was 49 and my menopause changed and my menopause kicked in. So another big change, biologic inside of me. So hormones and whatnot. So it was really, really four different changes and very hard transitions to deal with. That at some point I starting to sink in. I start to feel Christina, the stronger, the always fighting and do and embracing change. I was feeling I was sinking in really, and that worried me deeply because I experienced a big depression of my mom through one transition that she couldn't cope from my teenager brother, and from the age of 8 to the age of 11. I was the emotional anchor of my mom 24/7. My brother left home when he was 18, married his wife. My father was in the fields, and I was with my mom 24/7. Tried to, and her depression was very, very deep, and she was crying a lot. She was not talking much, and I was trying to understand and read my mom through those years as a child. And then she was quite suicidal, and she really tried suicidal self. Maybe some of you know the story, and it was really, really difficult for me to see my mom what she was suffering. So after I help her to not finish her life, she really became better mentally. She somehow my words touch her soul. That she could cope to slowly with the medication became more alive and more her. However, it took years to get to the normality, years and years. So when I went to that, starting getting in a deep part, I went to the doctors and then I asked them some help, but I didn't want medication. And then they say, well, I don't have other help part of medication. So I don't know, maybe you need some help, go to some therapist or something. And then I was not working and had plenty of time. And that's when I decided to start to study and to read books about it and read and read and read. And it really try to educate myself what I can do to heal myself and to understand how I can really go through transitions quicker and with ease without going through medication, without going to the deep rabbit hole that we go and get depressed and get very ill mentally. And thanks God I did because I really I found beautiful teachers, mentors that really enlightened me the possibilities that if I understand where I am, I know what to do and I can support myself step by step to get out of any transition. If we understand it, if we know what to do, then it's easy. And that was, and that was. This means we don't suffer. This means it does not take some time. Everything where it is internal takes time, as we all know, principle, all of us in here. And yeah, so that's what we're going to go deeper talking in here. So I reinvented myself at 50 and became a founder of Step to Comfort in 2021. So in here, this is the dynamics of transitions. So before we go any further, as we all know, this is as well the slides for other people that I'm going to present this workshop tomorrow, just to give the difference between changes and transitions. You all know about it. So the things I learned, and the main teacher in here, I don't know if you guys know, is William Bridge and Susan Bridge. Does anyone know in here? No?
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful book that became my Bible for quite a while to try to really read and understand everything I could. Together with other mentors that maybe you guys know, Wayne Dyer and Brian Katie as well, really did help me. I don't know if you know her and her book of In Your Inner Awakening. It's a really beautiful, beautiful book that really helped me as well a lot. But William Bridge really was everything for me. So through the studies, I understand that transition always starts with the end. So a change and the transitions with it always start with the endings. So before we go any further, is anyone in here right now that are in the middle of any life transition right now?
Yes, I am.
You are, Anupam.
Yeah,
Do you
I
mind to
am.
share what is the area that you have that?
Yeah, I was in a I'm still in a difficult relationship. It's my husband, and me. I'm still living with him, and I'm planning to live with him always. But um, the transition is like he's very fearful, and I'm too bold. So he has many fears, like if I start working, what if the children are coming home and they are alone, even for just 1 or 2 hours? He wants me to be there, and I'm trying to change his mentality.
Mm,
This is a transition, like when I'm working. Before I was working, but not like full-time work. So things were easier than this. The transition is like now life is changing. Now children don't need me that much, but he still thinks that they need me too much.
mm,
They still need supervision, a lot of supervision. They can't stay alone alone even for 1 or 2 hours. And and yeah, he has some reasons as well. I'm not saying that it is all wrong. Like he's just over fearful. There were some reasons. Like my children, they are also growing up, so they are testing their boundaries. And yeah,
mm.
we had some good adventures in life. So
Yeah.
that's why he's very fearful. I understand him, but I have to understand my boys as well. So I'm in a kind of a transition, and it's quite difficult.
Yeah,
And
relationships is a tough one, that's for sure.
mm,
Relationships is really a tough one. It's
mm,
human with human, and it is a tough one because you go to transition, your husband will feel the same. He goes to a transition
mm,
on himself. His culture transition and relationship with you, and it's a bit of both of you. So I hope when we go through the slides and the information and with the formula I create to support the journey of the transition, so you know where you are, and then we, if you don't mind, we can further down. We'll see which stage you are, and if you are open, I can try to help you and guide you in here and now, and or after, if you want to contact me and talk to me privately, it's fine. Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming forward and share that with us. I really appreciate that. It's very very important. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Um, so the like I said, the transition has the three big stages that really helped me to understand where I was and what I need to do to move forward, without thinking that I was feeling, that I was thinking deep. Um, Acknowledge our emotions are very important straight away, because whatever we a transition, whatever we are going to a change in a transition, so the change happen. It is a dynamic in a family, in case of relationships or other things. We're gonna get married or an accident, whatever. So it's external happens. Sometimes happens forced. Sometimes happens by desire by us. But the transition always exists three stages and always is the ending, because at the end of the day, we need to acknowledge what we are letting go, what it is the comfort zone. So the comfort zone is for you, for your husband, is to be at home and to take care of your family. Uh, um, for me, I had so many transitions, difficult to balance, that I was not giving attention to each one and dealing with each one. So I was really completely submersed on it and not know what to do. So acknowledging our emotions, understand our fears, because we need to acknowledge that we feel what we feel is there, is in front of us, is the reality. We cannot completely forget what we're leaving behind, regardless what it is or what, because it's important. And of course, it's scary because we go for a new things that we don't know. So we go for a discomfort zone, we go for the unknown. And we are having those emotions and those fears and those griefs that we are not taking care of them, acknowledge them. And that creates a lot of pain. And sometimes what we tend to do, it is, oh, I cannot stay here because it's too painful. So I'm not acknowledging and I move to the in between because I want to move forward. This is too painful. This is too hard to deal with it. So let me go to the next one stage of it. And, so it's not consciously, we don't know. So when we don't know, we just go, I just want to get over of these and I just want to move forward. But the problem is the letting go is still there. And if you don't fix that emotional state, if you don't accept that stage, when you move to the other one, you are stuck. You do not go away from that stage. And that's why we spiral and we start to get mental ill. We don't see we don't see the way out. When we don't see the way out, that's it. So that's why it's important for us to give time to grieving. We really need to accept the reality, get the most awareness you can. So ask the questions, acknowledge, yeah, I need to cry because I feel sad because of these, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to acknowledge the pain. It's okay to acknowledge the discomfort. It's okay to say, I'm sad because I'm leaving behind my family that I'm going to see that just in 6 months, and I used to see them every day. I'm sad because many situations. we really need to name them, and you need to confront the reality, not really brush them off and put them under the carpet and no, okay, stay there. You're hurting me, stay there. No, embrace it, embrace it, embrace it. And when I did that, it was magical. When I accept where I was, when I accept about my menopause, my hormones, what I was feeling, and be compassionate with myself and accept it. When I accepted that my decision was not to work in France, to do my work. So I need to do something else, but it will not bring money, the money I used to at least. And I need to accept that's the reality. I need to tell that is what hurt me is my ego is hurting me. I need to understand that. And if I want to do what I want to do, I need to stay here and deal with it. So we lose our identities in many ways through transitions in our lives and many stages in our lives. Like we go through stages in our lives, but know where we are and do something about it. That's magical. That's the pill the doctors give to us. And I said no, because I saw the example of my mom. And I didn't want to go to that route at all. But I know I was feeling bad, feeling really sinking in. So that was the first thing, because we need to validate inside of that letting go, inside of that acknowledgement, inside of that reality where we're going to leave behind to move, to stay where we are, to move forward. We need to feel safe. The survival mode in here, we need to feel safe. Are we safe? We are safe. Fantastic. I have a home. I'm safe. I am seen. I was seen. I was seen for my husband. I was talking to some of my friends. Um, Sometimes the big missing of seeing it was me. I was not seeing myself because I was not accepting. Even if I have people around of me to support me, like my mom had me. My mom had my father and my brother when he was there and some family, but she was not seeing herself. And that was my problem. When I realized I was not seeing me, that's when it became really some enlightenment inside of my soul and said, ha, I need to see me. And that's when I start to do the work, the inner work, and start to work on myself deeply to understand every single letting goes, every single transition that would really affect me deeply. And I was not seeing me. I was not acknowledging me. I was not accepting me. And loved. I love myself, but I knew I need to go deeper in my inner self to really understand what was that love. Because when I discovered that I was not seeing myself, accepting myself, the reality in front of me, I purely simple, when it comes to love, I said, I need to do my deep work. And that's when I start really deep to do courses and exercises, and reading books. It was a journey for 3 years, deeply, 3 years. And then we go for the stage two, the in between. And in here, because we don't deal well with the first one, the middle one, that's when we get lost as well. We can get a bit better, but then we go back again. That's why I was saying, so we keep, if we don't fix the first one, the second one, it goes back on the loop. Sometimes we feel better, we are up, and then we go down. And then we're up, and then we go down. Because when we have this first one solved, then we really understand, okay, life is going to be tough still. Okay, we still need to go through some situation in this transition. For example, for me in my menopause situation, I need to deal with an operation for my thyroid, for example. I was not expecting. And then when I was diagnosed with some cysts in here. And then the doctor, I asked, why is this for? What is this related? I actually at that time I was in much stable. I was not in stress. I was really on the last stretch of my recovering, and then the doctor just said, oh, this is related with the unbalanced hormones from women going through menopause. Again, it came a shock. What do I do about it? At that time, luckily, I was more understanding about what I should do, so I bounced back that much quicker than the first time. So I accepted. I remember literally to be on the day I went operating, and I just was talking to myself. It's okay. You are not alone. I saw many women there that are already with the cut. They've been through the same. And you cannot do anything. This is what it is. This is your reality now, and that's gonna do it. Whatever I need to do to definitely to heal whatever I need to heal, and trust that process. It was amazing. My recovery was fantastic. Everything went well. Yeah, I don't have thyroid, which sucks. I need to take medicine for the rest of my life. It is not nice. But I really accepted, and that transition went so much faster. So I heal much quicker. So the middle part, we really need to pay attention. We need to reflect. We need to explore the potentials. We need to explore the opportunities and act on it and start acting small steps. I put in here so we auditing our 8 dimensions of wellness because something could be there unbalanced too much. So we are not paying attention to some parts. And that's what creates unbalance to others as well. So it's always good to do that exercise as well. And stop, experience the confusion of, I call them the CA trap, human trap, because we are constantly, when we are on the downs, we compare everything, our expectations, our assumptions start creeping in again, and then we start feeling again lost and stuck. And that's why we go to those retreats and the beautiful intents to really help us out. But that's what we need to do. So we need to really find anything that really help us to be clear. To be clear that we accept what it was, and now we just need to see what we can do to really go, to start our journey, our change properly, and have that transition close down. Because another one will come. Life is full of them. It's the way we grow, the way we become who we are every single time. So some of them are painful, they will still be painful. The way we need to deal with that, to make it faster, to be with ease, it's to follow this and understand this. It's really, really, really crucial. And I tell you, it's really transformational for me. Now I do things unconsciously, you know, I really do. And then the new beginnings as well, settling with ease and celebrating the small ease. Sometimes when I came here into France, and then after 2 years, and then when I was in a much better state of my mental state about it, so all the transitions, I start to realize I was not celebrating anything. I was not celebrating anything. And I start to feel again, starting feeling that loneliness was creeping in because I was not celebrating. When I realized that and I start to celebrate the small things I did, even the way I was speaking French, the French news I made, my neighbors, having dinner with them and understand them, and they invite me and I invite them to come to me. There are small wins that we feel we belong, we feel people are connecting with us, and we feel this is now my new journey that I'm embracing, and I'm happy for it. I'm doing something about it. I feel good. I feel purpose that I'm returning to my senses of to be a nice host that have people at home that I used to have in England, that I used to have in Portugal. I'm starting creating this in here in France. That is very important. Is important is a beginning. Everything is tender. We cannot say, oh, now it's okay. Now I'm solid in here. Now this transition is gone. Perfect. And then sometimes we start to feel, oh, people are judging me. Oh, I talk to everyone about what I'm doing, and I'm talking about how I feel, how strong I am, what I achieve. And then suddenly someone comes on your way and start telling you things. So just be gentle on you, just be gentle in ourselves, be compassionate, keep doing. Start with the family close, with the friends that loves you and understand you, and then go around, go when you feel more confident, when you feel more steady about really where you are, then you can spread and talk to everyone you want to talk because you know where you are 100%. So Anupam, where are the stages in here? What is the stage you think you are in here?
I think I'm at the first stage of letting go. And I think you are very right when you say that if I haven't dealt with emotions very well, they keep coming. They keep coming, they keep bothering me. Sometimes I feel like I feel grief, definitely. I feel grief of not being able to be there for my children sometimes. But then I see them, they are better when I'm not being a helicopter parent for them. And they feel they want their space as well. So I do see that the results are better, but but it's hard to explain that to my husband. He thinks I've left my children. I haven't. I'm giving them space to grow and take responsibility themselves because we were doing it for them. They were not learning, and gradually they will learn. That's my hope. That's my hope from them. So plus, yeah,
So
I, I my relationship with my husband is quite strained these days, but that's fine. It's been a long journey and I'm okay with it now. But yeah, it could have been better if there was more communication. I tried my best, but it didn't work out.
hmm.
So yeah, but I think I'm still in the letting go situation. I want to grow in life, but I dim my light again and again.
Hmm.
I want to do so many things, but I think maybe time there will be a time for that as well. It will come soon.
Yeah, transitions, like I said, and we know it's internal. So everything what is internal, it takes time.
Hmm.
It's not so changes come and go, but the transitions, they are there. It takes time and understanding what we need to do to make it going through faster. That's the important thing.
Hmm.
So I I create this formula based on that to help me and to really help me to go through those three stages. So hopefully this can help you as well, Anupam, and then I will as well at the end. We will talk about it. What maybe you can do or you are doing or we can understand can do differently. So
Yes.
again, that is the stage, we need to focus. We need to focus on awareness and acceptance where you are, exactly
Hmm.
your situation. So you accept your husband the way he is. So
Hmm.
trying to explain. You cannot change him.
mm,
Uh, so you really need to accept your reality, and that's what the stages you are. Uh, um, we need to align our mind and our heart because two needs to be together. Without it, is we are lost still. So, and that's what you are. You're really in that stage. You are needs to working on your griefs. You need to understand what you need to accept, and so on. So, one of the things I was thinking, sometimes even to my relationships, what I used to do it is even to myself when I'm talking to myself, because first now I start to learn. I talk to myself before I talk to anybody else. I need to see if I'm there, if I see me, if I really acknowledge myself and what is going on inside of me before I start to ask and talking to others some situations. And in this case, I sometimes give example. Well, oh, as a mother, I was trying to support my kids and telling and advise them, and as we do, like that stage as they are growing up, they need to be independent. But we parents, we still protect because we have the experience, etc. Not let them grow by themselves.
mm,
And sometimes I stop myself because I start to think, hey, what I was doing on my age? What did I do at that time? What I wanted my mom to do and to tell me. And that helped me a lot. And even to talk to my husband as well, come on, when you were that age, you did these, and these. So don't say anything because they are amazing what they are doing. We are blessed to have what we have in here. So it's things that really put us in perspective when we start to see ourselves before we start or judging or advising others. And that is a important, very good tool that really helped me a part of to tell others really what they should see or do. We don't change nobody, but we,
mm,
we accept the facts. For example, I had my brother, it was since I born until recently years, it was one of the biggest, deepest sadness transition that I was on that stage for many, 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 many years. And I did accept that I would never had a brother the way I wanted. And that is hard, but it's not that hard when I realize, no, I just need to accept the way he is, not the way I want.
mm,
And all came through this work I was doing at that time, 4 years ago, because really helped me to understand, no, I need to accept the way my brother is. And when I did, it brought so much alignment to my mind and to my heart that I went to the celebration part almost. And our relationship really flourished on a way that I never imagined would be possible before because I was trapped inside of me. And
mm,
that happens in many, many, many situations. So we need to accept, see what is real. And the energy becomes, for what it comes next, because the next part, the in between, is a tough one also. Is a tough one that we think we are okay, but we're still very, very tender for many, many parts of the transition that we still need to deal with it, to adjust. It's like the same when we have our kids, you're going to be a mother, it's fantastic, or we're going to get married, amazing, we feel so excited. But the first, the first stage, the letting go, it's very hard. That's why we do the celebrations of end do's and whatnot to try to create memories. So we still grab those in there.
mm, yeah.
And then we go ups and downs. So and then I put in here, because I found this very, very interesting. So grace is allowing yourself to feel. We need to feel it. We need to accept it. And forgiveness, if we need to forgive ourselves for anything. That's another one big. We forgive ourselves. So then, but maybe you not feel that grief that you are not with your children's. So you see, you feel guilty. You feel guilty, but you
Yeah.
you are not doing anything wrong. As is your acknowledgement to see, I need to let my children's grow like I did, like everybody else does on each season of our lives, right?
Okay.
So that is something that I did worked a lot and helped me as well. I forgive myself and forgive my brother as well because at the end of the day, he did things. Maybe I interpret them so badly. Maybe the way he was doing things to me was not with that intention, but I did interpret it that hurted me the most.
Mm.
And we need to write down or tell ourselves what is one thing I'm not telling myself because it's not true. That is what I learned from Katie. It was such a beautiful um, way how to see and interpret things. We need to question ourselves. Is this true? It's not true majority of the times. We create things in our minds. I know now. And I'm always aware about it and say, hang on a minute, is this true? Because happens our brain trick our brain, as we all know, is really trick us all the time. We see things where they don't exist. It's just our imagination. And then it brings emotions that they shouldn't exist in the first place.
Mm.
So choose not to let the feelings define your future. And exactly. So we need to choose when we are clear, when we do all that exercises to ourselves. We need to choose, okay, so I'm ready for the next one. So let's keep reflecting, keep seeing the possibilities because they are there. I know they are. So let's look for it. Let's do something about it. Let's do one thing that could make me see a podcast that could influence me, go to a retreat, have a coach, have a book, look for a book. It's really precious things that really help us. We need to definitely be active and do something because possibilities exist. If it is true stories, fantastic. Look for them. If that inspires you to do something about it.
Mm. Sure.
And asking questions is the best thing. Is the best thing because it stop our brain to go to find that comfortable stories that is used to and is afraid to go out of the unknown because we are still on that transition. We go from one thing we are comfortable for one thing we don't know. So our brain are constantly tell us, hey, hey, stay here. And you start thinking the same thing or go backwards again on the comparison, the judgment, the things you are used to, you are familiar, you are comfortable with. But it hurt us.
Mm.
So just ask the question, what is possible from here in here? What I'm learning from this situation in here? What could be possible if I saw anything different, if I do anything different? How does that make me feel? Ask that question. How does this make me feel? Majority of the time make us feel bad, but is the comfort zone our brain is familiar.
Mm.
And this part in here is the where our blueprint bliss, as I called. I want to create this as a blueprint bliss for us to say, yes, I'm out of this transition. I feeling grounded. I understand it. I know where I am. I still need to do a bit more work in here, a bit more work in there. But now you know where you are. And yeah, execute, still part of it. Continue. Don't give up on that stage. Reflect where you are stuck. Take the steps, continue.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Anupa, what is one thing today, one actions that you will take and you start to apply this week? Which one do you think? You have one action, just one action.
I think I'll find reasons for celebration, basically. I think that will help me come out of this situation. Like, I broke some barriers which were holding me back, not allowing me to go and focus on my growth. And I should be happy about it. And my children are living a different life but what they were living before. And still we can help them, but from a distance. Yeah, I need to think deeper on it. Give find reasons basically why I did all this, why it was so important. And
And don't forget to question, is this true? Even what it comes out.
yeah, yeah, I made a few mistakes in the past. Because of that, things suddenly changed. All the things, they completely changed in my life. And mm, I was not loving myself, and but because of all that, I found myself. I started loving myself more. So there had been good things which were coming out of it, definitely. It's just the grief of losing that kind of relationship with my husband that I still feel sometimes. So, like letting go of him emotionally, emotionally, like not having expectations. Whatever we can do for each other, it's fine. Whatever we cannot, not ask for that, basically. Like trying to do co-parenting, but not thinking each other as life partners, not having that expectation. So yeah, that does hurt sometimes because I start feeling like I'm now on my own, but then I also feel it's okay. Um, Having heartaches again and again, it's better to stay alone.
But you are
Um,
not alone, you know that.
yeah, not alone. Like I'm so fortunate. Like I have such wonderful company of people like you all. Like I don't feel that kind of alone. But when I look at other couples, I feel that in my heart, like we are kind of friends which tease each other, which work for each other, but we can't be very emotionally intimate. I have to accept that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking for, the focus one, the acceptance part.
Yeah,
Acceptance. Accept the reality is very important. It's hard, but it's a very important one.
yeah, yeah. Like in terms of humanity, we are there for each other, but cannot ask many things. If other person does, it's fine. If not, then we aren't supposed to do it outside. So that expectation is going away. In a way, it is helpful, but it hurts.
And it's okay to grieve and it's okay to cry. You have a reason for. So you understand that. You have a reason for. And it's okay for acknowledging that.
Yeah,
But
like,
also you can do a bit, one thing more, to try understand what you can do, when you acknowledge, you accept, and you forgive yourself, maybe forgive him, that small steps are the ones who start to release the that momentum of letting go. The acceptance is everything, and it can take that time. But celebrating the small things you did to be where you are right now, if that helps you, keep doing that.
Yeah,
Reflect, have an action, and celebrate if that empowers you to move forward for the other two stages that you still need to go.
yeah, yeah. I'm realizing that have not been celebrating, and that is the cause. Like it doesn't anchor me into that empowerment. Uh, Not celebrating is a big thing. I have not been doing for very long. I found it always really hard, and when I was in touch with all the coaching. I was still doing that, but as soon as I got out of touch, I'm back to my old self.
Yeah,
Just working, 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 but not celebrating at all.
yeah. That affect me also, as I explained to you. It did affect me. I was not celebrating anything what I was doing
Yeah,
because I was feeling everything was negative, everything was not good enough, everything was painful.
yes, yeah, understanding the importance of coaching in my life now. It's not easy.
So as I put in here, so grace is exactly that. So grace is being okay with the messy middle.
Yeah,
And agency is an actively testing of the new possibilities. And you are being talking already some possibilities and be okay with that.
yeah, yeah. There is a possibility maybe in future our relationship will work better. We both will understand that this is the way we want to live, and we are allowed to live that way. Yeah, probably. Don't know where it will take us, but at least it will be good for my children. That is a hope for my growth.
I'm sure you will find all the answers inside of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm sure you will. But Anupa, if you want to have a call with me later, or we book a call, and I can definitely help you further. Please reach out if you need to.
Yes, of course. Um, Probably sometime in next week. I have to think about like when I can have a call. But yeah, probably sometime in next week because I need to get over this thing. Otherwise, I will not be solid in my path ahead. Yes, of course. I'll be in touch with you. Yeah.
Good, good. And but the last one was like then you will have this experience. I'm sure you will. What has this transition taught you uh, um, about yourself? So that will happen. It's not yet there, but you will have this answer for sure.
Yeah.
You will honor that journey took you to wherever you want to be, and the agency will stepping into your power and confidence so you can strive really deeply. Will happen.
Sure.
Will
Thank you.
happen.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me that hope.
It's a pleasure. And so, yeah, whatever we are in the three stages, this formula will tell you where you are and what to do next. And that really helped me, anchor me, really to not have any pills from any doctors, but for myself, and strengthen my core, my soul, my heart to really navigate life in better with that. And of course, we have the 8 dimensions of wellness, and it's very important for us to really come in checking in, do a bit of an auditing and check in from 1 to 10 where we are and do an evaluation, what we can do better, what we need to do to make that level. So even if you're talking about it is your relationships problems that comes under the emotional part, and the social part is your relationships. So how are you doing with your spiritual? What are you doing to help yourself with it? And your physical, are you sleeping well? Are you eating well? Are you moving, getting some fresh air, clear your head? Are you doing mindfulness? Are you practice something intellectual that bring you alive? So you help you to anchor you through those moments of despair that you are lost inside of your thoughts and suffering. So definitely, I think we need to definitely, all of us, constantly have a bit of attention to reset our wellness and look to the will, the 8 dimensions, the wheel of life.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And one thing that really did help me at that time, I create a kind of this mantra for me, that I was safe in that moment. I had a house, I had a roof, I had an environment that really supported me, that I could call home. I was not lost. And I started to acknowledge myself. So I acknowledge myself by my own art. And that was changing, a catalyst, really, to go away from that survival mindset to move forward on a transition to striving. And here is a resume exactly to validate again the formula. That's the validation of the formula. So have these 4 pillars that change and transitions validations really. So validate your feelings is the part of the focus, then the temporary seasons. We are seasons. This is just an in between,
Hmm.
and then it's not a destination. We just really need to understand, to acknowledge, to accept, and to have compassion with ourselves, and celebrate. Um, yeah, and then it's be proactive, execute. Don't stay in your head. Don't stay isolated. You are not alone. You are not alone. Never, never. Because loneliness really kill us, and that's what killed my mom. She felt lonely, deeply like she didn't matter. No one was care about her emotions at all, what she was feeling, about what was going to happen, what was happening with my brother behavior. No one was giving the same attention and feelings that as a mother felt, like she felt. She felt isolated and lonely, and that's what she spiraled completely and suffered a lot. And really have self compassion, love ourselves, and experience experience that feelings that really bring everything together. And like I said, even those small celebration things, it can help you to for you to grab something and move forward.
Yeah, I will celebrate. Actually, I need time to deeply think about it. I need to put aside some time. Actually, this is killing. I have been like overthinking a lot these days. So yeah, I'm understanding. I can't push it aside for too long.
Yeah, just give me a call next week.
Yeah, I
I'll
will.
help you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It has been the correct
So
timing
it's
actually for me.
it's 8 o'clock. I didn't realize it's 7 o'clock
Seven.
in there for you guys. So which execute you an action, a bold one. Okay, that's the one. Reflect 5 minutes, like you were saying. You need to reflect. practice mindfulness, deep breathe, check where you are on the free formula, connect with others. In this case, I put expats for the expats tomorrow, but connect with others. You are connecting, we are connecting with us. Thank you to do that action. It is very brave, and it's where you are is very brave. Um, and put in here to listen my podcast that I'm going to launch next week uh, for my mom. That we're going to share our stories, exactly our stories, so we can enlighten others. We can enlighten others to see possibilities because it's all about that. When we see a way, when we see someone did something, um, when we see someone did something, um, definitely we will enlighten others. And that is what I'm hoping to achieve with that podcast. Just have stories of people that went through tough situations, tough transitions, and we did not just survive. We did not just have those three things that anchors on survival modes, but we did strive. We did capture all the way, and we did strive, and we told the story. Hey, it took me 3 years for me to go out of that. So many transitions, but there were so many. It were so many, and
Mm.
it definitely didn't broke me was almost, but it didn't. And that's what matters. I strive it. I did something to overcome them all. And that's what matters. And I will share that stories that someone will listen and feel like, wow, if that person did, I can do as well. Why not? And yeah, that's the purpose. I was just imagine exactly to have, for us all are in the darkest sometimes. We are really sometimes going through darkest times. And then if we see a light and we see more than one light, that's why I say we are not alone. Look for it. Look for possibilities. Look for the communities. Look for people really can relate with you, can understand where you are at. It's very important because then we know we are okay. We know the way out. We see the light. It happens to the others will happen for us. We start to believe it. And that's very important. That's very, very important. And
So,
yeah, so yeah, please book a discover conversation, each one of you, any one of you, if needed to. I will be more than welcome to talk you and to understand where you are at and where you want to be.
mm,
And yeah, so any questions? I talked a lot. I'm sorry.
yeah,
But Anupa, thank you very much for really to be open up in here, be vulnerable in front of us. I know we are a group that you are familiar, and that's fantastic. But still, it's courage for us to talk about it. What's really not going well with us, and transitions. They are all about it, and we need to deal with them.
yeah,
So
thank you
thank
so
you
much
for your
to you.
bravery to talk to us. Thank you.
This was such a right moment for me. Like, probably my subconscious, my soul was waiting for it, probably. So yeah, this I I really wanted to connect with everyone, but yeah, life keeps coming in between many times. I'm just learning to balance things in my life. So much is going on, but yes, I'm glad that I came here. I'm glad,
Me
seriously.
too. Me too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was wonderful to
Thank
know,
you.
understand transition in this way. It is quite deep.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much for your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping to connect you next week.
Yeah,
Definitely.
please
Yeah,
do. Please do.
okay.
Be my
Thank
pleasure.
Have a
Any
good evening.
questions?
Um, Probably not because I think uh, I've I've discussed everything with you so far. Nothing is
Good,
coming
good.
to mind. Yeah, thank you
And
so
how
much.
about everybody else? Is any has any? Any questions, any comments?
I don't mind sharing.
Please.
Anytime I speak with you, there's always such warmth and like beautiful energy that just comes. So
Thank you.
thank you so much for this because I really did come into it with an open mind and just kind of accepting anything that comes and lands. And one of the things that I was thinking about through this was the beginning, like step 3 or stage 3, and thinking about what things have I already overcome and that version of who I am today. And the thing you said about forgiveness, I wrote down that it's the forgiveness for me was that it's not the version of who I am today when I experienced whatever it was that I've experienced and carry on building on things that I can prove to myself on how I have changed since then. And that's kind of like my own little toolkit, I guess, because it's how am I moving differently in life today that has helped me stay on this track, and how can that help me with these other transitions that I'm going through. I think I go through so many different transitions every day. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's
absolutely. In
really
all of
about just
us,
like living in
it is
alignment.
amazing. Yeah, it is amazing how we deal with it and be happy and survive like we do. It's we human beings are amazing. So
Yeah.
it's our capability. It's really extraordinary. So, but the thing is, some of them are really tricky, and the ones tricky that bring us to to the part of the emotional part that we start to trip ourselves and be on that stage 1 or stage 3, the first one, and then the second one, and that's the one we need to pay attention, really pay
Hmm.
attention,
Yeah.
and celebrate the other ones because those exactly reevaluation of the beginnings are
Yeah.
beautiful, are beautiful because without that stage you are not where you are.
Hmm.
So acknowledge them. It's ever so important.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you very much, Paminda. Thank you. Anyone else want to add anything? Hi, Sharita.
Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I think I did have a rough idea when I came in to the meeting, and it's something I think I'm actually going through, like in between, like a major transition in my life. But I think there's a lot of things I never thought about that has opened up like new thinking patterns. Like I will definitely document a bit more, and yeah, yeah, so it's very informative that I did come through. I learned a lot from today's session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad you did. Thank you. Thanks, Anita, for your comment. Thank you. Really appreciate. Kolji,
Thank you so much, Chris. Um, just as Shanita said, there's lots of questions in there that are really make you think a little bit more and a little bit deeper. But certainly, it's very informative, and it's very rewarding that your own journey has brought this model to life for all of us to learn from. So I'm very grateful that you've shared it with us, and we can share the recording afterwards to the rest of the community once we finish and stuff. But no, thank you so much, Chris. It was
thank you.
really inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. Amanda?
Yeah, well, same as what everybody else has said, really. I think it's apparent that you've put a lot of hard work into this. It's very well thought out. It's structured really, really well. It's easy to follow. And I think tomorrow, obviously, I just would love to find out how it goes tomorrow with your group of expats and see how it's received with them. But yeah, you do put so much, like Herminda said, so much warmth into it, and you're very passionate
Thank you.
about it, and that
Thank
certainly
you.
shines through. So well done you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. Thank you. Means a lot. Yeah, I'm very excited for tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna have two sessions because it's for local expats in here in Toulouse that I'm a group part of it. And I'm very excited. So I had 14 people, but in different times. I was very unexpecting to have so many people interested. So I felt very, happy about it. So we'll see. I will have two sessions, one back to back, and I know them a little bit. Some of them, it's different ages, different situations, like us in here. But they're all expats, and so we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if you are interested to know. I just and let you guys know it's okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Christina,
thank
I
you very
just want to
much.
say, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Anna,
I'm
you
so
there? I sorry. Yes,
sorry.
you came
I'm
out a bit late.
so sorry. There was an
It's
emergency
okay.
in Dubai. It's just been really tough. So
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
really sorry, but I really, really can't wait to watch your video. And I'm really sorry I missed it. I tried my best. I
No,
just
sweetie,
couldn't get
thank you.
out
I
of it.
understand. No, I understand. No, I felt very happy to see you come in, and
Yeah,
yeah, feel free to watch your own time, and hopefully help that as well, something. And if you have any questions, of course, I'm here. I'm here for
absolutely.
any
I will.
questions you guys have and needs. Yeah. Why, thank you very much to all of you. It is, wow, it's been an hour and 15 minutes almost. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to reflect of all these emotions I'm feeling right now to be in here and to do what I'm doing. But I feel very positive that this is what I have to share will help many women to overcome difficult transitions and to start enjoy the life we deserve. So we don't need to stay too long on those transitions. We don't need to go to a deep depressions at all. We just really need some help, some guidance to know where we at, what we need to do, and the outcomes will come. Outcomes will come.
Fantastic. Well done, Christina.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Lovely to see
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
Much
much.
love. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye. Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.